Hey guys, so today we're going to be building a very simple gear car using my website, and we're going to use both of the gear maker and the circle maker. Let me just outline what we're going to do. So we're just going to go ahead and start with the wheels. So there's a wheel, duplicate, there's another one, and then we're going to make the car itself, which is just going to be a part. Color another color, send to back. And there we go, it's just going to be a simple part. And then for the gears, we're actually going to have a very small gear in the middle and two big gears at the back and in the front. So yeah, this one will have actually 24 teeth and these two will have 48 teeth. If you do the calculations really quick, every rotation of this wheel equals 2 rotation of this. So yeah, that's basically how we're gonna go ahead and start. By the way, I would really appreciate it if you help us reach our goal of 5,000 subscribers. That would be awesome. Thank you. And now we're gonna go ahead and start with the 24 teeth gear. So I like to use the middle block. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and put 24. For the size, so if you put it on 1, it means that your gear teeth are gonna actually be 0.2 studs wide, which is not very good for huge builds. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on 2.5, so I can actually put it on 0.5, just like this. So it only has to be 0.5. And for the diameter, it means that this has to be 37.5 studs tall, just like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and raise it in the sky, just like that. And then we have to get the rotation, which is 15. So we're just gonna go ahead and get it. Clone this, put the rotation over here, and then rotate it. And yes, that's pretty much it. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep doing that until we have a full gear. So yeah, that's pretty easy to do. Now we have to actually place 2 wheels on each side because we're gonna make it a very big build. So yeah, like this. You can scale it in, of course. For this one, I'm gonna scale it 0.5 in, like that. And we're gonna mirror it to the other side. I hope it works because mirroring with some stuff doesn't work sometimes. And yeah, that's perfect. And after that, we're gonna make the actual platform of the car. I'm gonna use a heavy block so it can be a bit more stable. You can use titanium, of course, but I'm just gonna use this one for now and make it something like this. Anything would work, by the way. And then clone it to the other side, just like that. Now go ahead and get your clone tool and clone this one to the front. And then you have to put the 48 teeth, just like this, and generate. And it tells me that the diameter is gonna be 75. So this is gonna be for the second gear. It's gonna be kind of huge, so bear with me over here. Now just go ahead and clone it and do the same process, but the rotation is gonna be 7.5. And yeah, I just finished the gear. Let me color them. I think we go with this, maybe. That's too much. There we go. Now you have to actually scale it in by 3 studs. So we're just gonna go ahead and move it. And then we have to rotate it by half of the rotation of the teeth we did, which is 7.5. 7.5 divided by 2 is 3.75. So we're just gonna go ahead and rotate it 1 time, not twice. Wait, 1. Yeah, just like this. And we have the perfect gap here. So now after you've done that, you're gonna go ahead and place a block right in the middle, just like this, which is gonna be the axle. And you can make it as wide as you want. But for me, I'm about 60 studs. 61 is working for me. And make sure it's still in its same place. Now we're gonna go ahead to naserjkiswani, go to tools, and then circle calculator. For the circle diameter, I'm gonna go ahead and go with 80. And the smoothness is 24. So let's actually make that really quick. So place a block. So we have to scale it 38 on each side, I think. I'm not real sure. 38, 38. And we have, okay. So 1, 2. And it's still in its place. And now you have to place any type of block you want. But for me, I'm going to use sand because it's one of the most grippiest blocks in the game. I'm actually going to also use the wheels, which are the grippiest block in the game. So let me scale that down. I'm not really sure how I'm going to make it. This is the first time I'm using it on a car. And if you want more information, go ahead and go watch this video. It's such an insane video. So yeah, so I'm just gonna make it barely out of the block, just like this. Clone it to the other side. And there we go. I think that's pretty good. And now if you go ahead and go to the tool over here, it says that we have to scale it this much on each side. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in our scale tool. Scale it 1 time like this and 1 time to the other side. So now we're going to place a block here, scale it 1 stud up, select these, select this, and then clone it to the other side. And yeah, we just saved ourselves a lot of work. Now we have to just keep doing what we did in the first place. Rotation is going to be 15. Rotate it one time. And as you guys can see, it's... Wait, what? So guys, this actually added 2 more studs here. So we have to actually put it 84, which is 2 studs for this one and 2 studs for this one. So I scaled it back to its original state, and I'm gonna get this number again, put it here, and then scale this end block. Now if you do it again, it should work. If you don't get it, go ahead and watch my video on how to make circles using my tool. So yeah. And as you guys can see, we finished from the first wheel. But smart me, I forgot to make these transparent, but I actually kind of like how they look. So I think I'm gonna keep them. Now we're gonna go ahead and clone it to the other side. Oh, don't have enough sand. Let me buy a couple thousand because I'm rich. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, so this is 61 stud stall. So we're just gonna go ahead and select this with our clone tool, put our scale to 61, and scale it to the other side. Now you're gonna go ahead and place a block over here. Scale it 1 stud in. Select all of these, select this, and then clone it to the other side. Here. And as you guys can see, we finished half of the car without doing any work on it. To be honest, I really don't like how narrow it is, so I think I'm gonna make it a little bit wider. Let me just make the wheels out by about 20 studs. There we go, and there we go. Yeah, that's a lot more reasonable. And I'm gonna scale the axles on each side so they touch the wheels. There we go. And yeah, we're super close to finishing. Now get yourself a plastic block, put it over here. Make sure it doesn't touch any of the gears. Then scale it down like that and make it touch the other side. And put collisions to off and transparency to 100%. Now what you gotta do is actually place a button or anything you want. And then make a small platform that a little bit up from the gear. Make sure it does not touch it at all. So now you're going to place a pilot seat over here. And then delete this lever. Now select the binded wheel and unbind it from the pilot seat. And then reselect these wheels and bind them with forwards on Q and backwards on E. And now we just have to go ahead and configure the wheels. The wheel speed is going to be 30. And the wheel torque is going to be on yellow. I hope this works. I hope this works. I hope this works. Reload. Unanchor all. Oh yeah, I forgot a very crucial step, which is to actually make a hinge. So that's pretty easy to do. We're just going to go ahead and scale this back all the way over here. Place a hinge and then connect it to the body of the car like that. And then place another block like this. And then copy this. So, bro, I don't know how to explain this. I know most of you will understand it, but a very small portion will not. So yeah, let me just put collisions to off now. And there we go. Now I have to do the same thing on the front, but I'm too lazy to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and clone it using this method. There we go with this. And then select this and clone it to the front. Where did it clone? Do you guys see anything? Oh, there we go. Okay. I cloned this twice, sadly. Anyways, let me scale this back. Let me make everything untransparent. Connect this to the hinge. And that's pretty nice. And reload. Okay, perfect. It didn't break down. Get yourself some wings. Go up. Sit in the seat. And 3, 2, 1, E. Oh man, this is smooth. As you guys can see, it's pretty smooth and fast. It can kind of climb anything. Let's try to climb this. As you guys can see, it's so smooth. Man, I love this. It's actually better than the first version I made. It is pretty heavy because it's mostly made out of titanium.